Well, and I know you said with your 14 years, I mean, you've been really at this full time, all out with the short break there.
You mean network marketing,
Network
training,
marketing.
and working with downline,
Right.
and in 2002 coaching. Yeah.
Right, and so you've been coaching, as you mentioned, since 2002, and it was all focused on, how to work with their leads, sponsor people into their business.
The old way.
Pretty much the whole old school method,
Right.
working on that motivation, how to set goals.
A lot of that.
And big focus on that.
Right.
So what was it that made you decide to shift away from that, working the whole leads and this type of thing, and now teaching them how to generate their own leads? That's a pretty big switch.
It's a very big switch. It started when I read your book. I already knew about what was happening. I saw the trend. The internet had been going through a massive transformation, 2004, 2005, and then really in 2006, where it became easy to use and people could network, really
Right.
develop relationships very effectively on the internet. And the average person could actually create content, post something, say something, put something up, even a video if they wanted to, create a blog or a website relatively easy, and
Right.
now very easy.
Yeah.
It didn't happen though until about 2005 or around there. I saw that happening. I wanted to teach my group, because again, we had tried online marketing the old way, meaning raise a bunch of money, spend a bunch of money, and share the leads, and then they would call up and pitch those leads, basically, through sell their opportunity or their products, and everyone knows how effective that is. We had spent 20 grand a month on television advertising
Wow.
to try that for a while to generate leads for people that were pretty high quality leads compared to what you bought on the prospecting list.
Right.
So again, we spent all this money and all this energy doing it the old way. I saw what was happening where people could actually generate leads on their own in the new way, attract the leads to them. The lead would know their name, know who they are, and
Right.
actually appreciate the call. And have it not be a sales call, but rather the person just really genuinely is interested in what you offer because they have a need that your product solves.
Right.
I just knew that it would be a solution. I just didn't know how to teach it. I knew that my group, being mostly baby boomer generation, would be fearful of that process. And I didn't know how to teach it yet. So when I read your book, though, I knew, I'm going to lead with this book. That's going to open their mind up to the possibilities. And then we're going to do some click-by-click training. And back then, in 2007, when I started this with my group, the group being people in my downline and people who paid for my coaching back
Right.
then, which was about a couple hundred people at that time, I was going to take them, follow my mouse, follow where I'm going, go to this website, go there, over the phone, where they're just listening.
Right.
And that's what we did. And it was phenomenal what we saw.
So tell me about that experience, the first time that you decided to, you switched gears pretty
Right.
much overnight, it sounded
Right.
like.
Yeah, it was.
And it's over the phone. Tell me about that first time teaching this method of attraction marketing, and what kind of results did your group get?
Well, we did a test. I introduced the book to them, and I said, okay, guys, here's what we're going to be doing from now on. And I had a very captive audience. They'd been following my
Right.
training. A lot of them were paying for the training. I checked to see how many people were on these calls. We had over 100 people on these calls for about 2 weeks.
Okay.
Right away, when we went to these locations and started showing them how to set up their marketing, I was getting emails. I was getting massive response.
Really?
I already knew by day 3
It was working?
that it was working.
Wow.
And I was really surprised by that. People like, I think of Roger Gotti, who was doing it the old way, very diligently, struggling for results, had generated leads very early on when we started this process. And this is somebody who couldn't send email. He was very technically challenged.
Right.
But by following us on these calls and setting it up, he was having success with it with just days going by.
And that's by phone instruction.
Yeah, they're just following me on the phone.
Not even video.
And, I didn't even think about doing video yet. At that,
Right.
I didn't know where this was going.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see if it was going to work,
Right.
if they could do it, like I had been. So 2 weeks into it, I decided I'm going to send out an email, and I asked everyone to kind of fill out a survey and let me know
Okay.
how they're doing. And I had over 70 people respond, which is phenomenal because most people don't even open all. Not everyone even saw the email.
Right.
So I had never seen anything like this where over really 70%, you could say,
Success rate.
in 2 weeks
And it could have been more.
were
It's
generating
just-
leads.
Right.
And a lot of them, dozens of those people, I never counted how many, but just constantly hearing how they had leads calling them first.
Wow.
and they didn't know what to do with it.
Yeah, kind
you know,
of shocking.
Leaders were calling them saying, "Hey, I want to move my group online. I'm successful in network marketing. We're looking at making a shift. You look like you might be able to help me." And they were only 2 weeks into this, so they didn't feel confident that they could help them.
Right.
But I knew that was the next stage. What we teach them, we had shown them in such a short period of time how to generate leads, free leads. Some of them were actually generating money because they were monetizing, which is what part of what we teach.
So making money along the way.
Along the way, don't have to do that, but it's an option, and a lot of them were. And again, because these people were technically challenged, I knew this was a wave. I mean, I knew this was one of those huge movements. Those, very few times in your life you see where masses of people, and it has happened, and will continue to happen for a few more years, will move from the old model of network marketing, that old pitch and sales approach, that very ineffective approach, will be moving massively online, and I wanted to help facilitate that. So that's what we're doing.
Well, that puts chills down my spine just hearing the results. I mean, with Roger Banny.
It's like so night and day. It's so different from what we saw in the old way. The old way, if you could get 5% success rate in 3 months. Any progress at all, like a sign up, anything to give anyone just a little bit, lift their spirit.
Exactly.
We were excited, and here, over 70% responded back in 2 weeks, generating leads, getting phone calls. It's like that's a success, measurable, movement forward very rapidly. It was mind blowing.
Yeah.